Hey everyone, today I'll be showing you how to apply creative page borders. Step 1. Opening your document. First, open Microsoft Word and either create a new document or open an existing one where you want to apply the page border. To start, go to File and select New if you are starting from scratch, or Open to work with an existing file. Step 2. Accessing page border options. Once your document is open and visible on the screen, direct your attention to the top of the window where you'll find the ribbon, which is a horizontal bar that contains a series of tabs. Among these tabs, locate and click on the Page Layout tab. This particular tab is dedicated to various tools and options for adjusting the overall layout and formatting of your document. It includes settings for managing margins, page orientation, size, and alignment, as well as tools for applying and customizing page borders. Step 3. Opening the Borders and Shading dialog box. In the Page Layout tab, locate and click on the Page Borders button, which is situated in the Page Background group. This action opens the Borders and Shading dialog box, where you can customize your page borders. Step 4. Selecting the border style. In the Borders and Shading dialog box, click on the Page Border tab. Here you will find several options to customize your border. Under Setting, you can choose from options like Box, Shadow, 3D, or Custom. The box setting provides a simple border around the entire page, while Shadow adds a shadow effect. 3D gives a three-dimensional appearance, and Custom allows for more intricate designs. Step 5. Choosing a border style and color. Next, decide on the style of the border you wish to apply to your document. To do this, locate and click on the Style drop-down menu within the Borders and Shading dialog box. This menu will display a variety of line styles that you can choose from, including solid lines for a classic look, dashed lines for a more informal or modern appearance, and dotted lines for a subtle and elegant touch. Additionally, you have the option to adjust the thickness of the border to suit your preference. To do this, click on the Width drop-down menu, which allows you to select from several thickness options, ranging from thin to thick lines. If you want to further customize the border's appearance, you can change its color by clicking on the Color drop-down menu. This will present you with a palette of colors. Choose the color that complements or contrasts with your document's theme. Step 6. Applying artistic borders. For a more creative touch, you can use artistic borders. Click on the Art button under the Art section of the Borders and Shading dialog box. This opens a gallery of decorative borders with various designs, such as floral patterns, geometric shapes, and more. Scroll through the options and select a design that fits your document style. Step 7. Customizing border placement. Now adjust where the border will appear on the page. In the Borders and Shading dialog box, look under Apply to and choose where you want the border to be applied. You can select options like Whole Document, this section, or this section, first page only, depending on your needs. If you want a border on every page, make sure Whole Document is selected. Step 8. Adding a page border to specific sections. If you want to apply the border only to specific sections of your document, you need to use section breaks. Place your cursor at the beginning of the section where you want the border, go to the Page Layout tab, click Breaks, and choose Next Page or Continuous under Section Breaks option. Then, follow the previous steps to apply the border to that specific section. Step 9. Previewing your border design. To see how your border design will look, click on the Preview section within the Borders and Shading dialog box. This area shows a visual preview of the border based on your current settings. You can make adjustments as needed and preview the changes until you are satisfied with the appearance. Step 10. Applying the border. Once you are happy with your border settings and preview, click OK to apply the border to your document. The border will now appear around the selected pages or sections according to your customization. Step 11. Adjusting the border after application. If you find that you need to make adjustments to the border after it has already been applied to your document, it is a straightforward process to modify it. First, return to the Page Layout tab, which you can find on the ribbon at the top of the Word window. Once you are on the Page Layout tab, locate and click on the Page Borders button, which will bring up the Borders and Shading dialog box once again. This dialog box will display the current border settings, allowing you to make any necessary changes. You can modify aspects such as style, width, color, and placement of the border to better fit your needs or preferences. After making the desired adjustments, simply click OK to apply the updated border settings to your document. Step 12. Removing a page border. If you decide that you no longer want to have a border around your document and wish to remove it entirely, you can easily do so by revisiting the Borders and Shading dialog box. To start, navigate back to the Page Layout tab on the ribbon. Then click on the Page Borders button. This action will open the Borders and Shading dialog box where you initially set up the border. In this dialog box, switch to the Page Border tab, where you will find various options for customizing your border. To remove the border, look for the Settings section within this tab and select None. Choosing None will indicate that you do not want any border to be applied. After making this selection, click OK to confirm and apply the change. Step 13. Saving your document. After applying your creative page border, it is a good idea to save your document to preserve your changes. Click File, then Save or Save As if you want to create a new file. Choose your location and file name, then click Save. Step 14. Printing your document with borders. When you are ready to print your document, go to File and select Print. Ensure your printer settings are correct and preview how the document will look with the borders. Click Print to generate a hard copy with your creative borders. Step number 15. Troubleshooting common issues. If you encounter issues with your page borders, such as them not appearing correctly or overlapping content, check the border settings and placement options in the Borders and Shading dialog box. Make sure the border is applied to the correct section or entire document and adjust the margin settings if necessary to ensure proper management. And that's it. This is how you apply creative page borders. I hope this helps. And before we end this video, please do share, like, and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments and feedbacks, or do you want us to feature a video that you wanted to learn, please do not hesitate to comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in our next video.